So, I'm gonna try and explain Pokopia again. The initial announcement of Pokopia at first seemed weird to me. I wasn't very familiar with cozy games, and the Minecraft art style and mechanic kinda threw me off. But I was still intrigued, and I love Pokemon spin-offs. I happened to try Disney Dreamlight Valley right after the Pokopia announcement trailer, so I ended up understanding the appeal better, and I did a little bit of a deep dive into the Cozy Game Corner. Pokopia is a cozy social simulation game where you play as a Ditto, building environments and habitats to unlock more Pokemon residents. The game is overwhelming with everything you can do, but it's also satisfying in how overwhelming it is. It's the first time in a long time that I've been so addicted to a game, I would forget what time it is, hours would pass, and I ended up getting very little sleep during the early days of the game release. They did a very good job at slowly introducing and explaining all the things you can do. There are so many tasks to do, you often feel like every time you complete one, another 3 new tasks appear. And you'll find yourself running around with a checklist of tasks that's always changing, but always offer constant progression. It feels great, but it's also a little worrying on how addicting it is. So as a Ditto, you can transform into a human-like form, and you can customize your human look and unlock new outfits along the way. You can also take on other Pokemon's appearances to learn new abilities like cutting trees, breaking rocks, or surfing. These abilities will help you traverse the environment as well as scavenge for resources. You can customize and build the environment to your liking, but the main thing is to create habitats to befriend Pokemon. Habitats can range in complexity, from a simple 2x2 grass patch to a whole furniture set. Some legendary Pokemon have you build giant habitats that are major endgame projects. The game does a very good job of feeding you new habitat information in the form of Pokemon traces, and they show you what items the habitat will need and how many different Pokemon may appear. You may need to end up building the same common habitat several times to get all the Pokemon available. And the Pokemon that befriend you can offer different specialties. Some can gather materials they find, others can change the materials into better ones for you. Some Pokemon even offer special designer patterns for furniture items, or the ability to customize the paint and pattern of your furniture to your liking. Some Pokemon even unlock minigames to play or quizzes for rewards. Others will help you progress through the story and teach you new abilities. And you will need a combination of their specialties to help build larger projects. The wasteland you start in is a really cool idea. It's technically post-apocalypse. The humans have mysteriously vanished and aren't anywhere to be found. You learn more about what happens to them through notes scattered throughout the game. The notes even speak about Misty, Brock, and other nostalgic Pokemon lore, including locations that you might discover during the game. Ditto is guided by Professor Tangrowth to rebuild the environment and attract more Pokemon, in hopes that this will bring the humans back. In each new environment you explore, you're going to usually start by restoring the Pokemon Center, and you can use the computer there for objectives and challenges, as well as the shop that rotates daily. The story is intentionally vague and mysterious, and you uncover more of it with Professor Tangrowth through notes and photos left behind by the humans. There are ruins everywhere, which give you an idea of how to rebuild everything, but at the same time you also have free will and you can just destroy everything and build it exactly how you like. This has led to many extravagant and wild builds from players online. I've seen some crazy things. Each new area offers a lot of new things to try and build, and lots of new Pokemon to befriend. It's so much fun to watch the Pokemon play with each other or interact with the decorations and toys you have made for them. This creates some really funny moments you otherwise wouldn't see elsewhere, like Diglett trying to sing. The crafting mechanic is solid and super expansive. There's so much to make late game. You can craft environmental blocks, furniture, decoration, toys, and so much more. You can also build your own house, either in the main world using blocks, or by using a kit which will separate your house from the main world and will allow you more space to decorate and customize. Customizing your home is so much fun. And you can invite Pokemon to live in the homes you build, including your own. Does my Pokopia house look familiar? I'm referring to my actual game room being cluttered. You can claim one main house in each area as your own. This will enable fast travel, but ultimately you can build as much as you like. I've seen some giant builds that slow the game down drastically. There's a bit of a daily and weekly mechanic, but nothing that will make you feel like you have to check in or spend a lot of time. There are 3 daily challenges that will help you earn more of Pokopia's currency, life coins, and there are 5 daily rotating item slots in the store. 2 of them are usually guaranteed to be recipes. You need to learn new recipes to build new stuff. I usually try and check in just to purchase any recipes I don't have. The weekly mechanic is a daily stamp, and you can trade in your stamp card at the end of each week for more life coins. You earn life coins mostly through these challenges, and you can spend them on items in the Pokemon Center store or any other stores that you have created. The game also has daily spawns of hidden treasure in the world, which is a really cool idea, and it's not too anxiety-inducing to complete. I have an excess of treasure I haven't appraised yet. New treasure that you find has to be appraised by the professor to verify what it is. Small relics are often decorations from the past that you put up in picture frames in your home, and there are larger relics that offer new and cool decorations and furniture. You can also find a couple different feathers from time to time, but I won't spoil that. You also get a variety of power generators to create, and you can route electricity throughout your city to power different things. You can also create streams and rivers by displacing water and other sources. They also have a whole farming mechanic to the game with a variety of things to farm. You can also cook for Pokemon requests and to buff your character. There is a Snorlax that they call Mosslax. You can feed him daily for buffs. The game also includes several Dream Islands. You can visit one Dream Island per day. They included these to allow a place for resources to replenish, but they also added more lore to discover and a chance at befriending some hidden legendary Pokemon. So be sure to explore these islands thoroughly. You can also go on your own custom Dream Island, where you can build however you like from scratch, and you can also share this island with the world to see and visit. This is also where multiplayer comes in. Your journey is solo, but up to 4 friends can play and build together on a Dream Island. I've yet to try this feature, but I have visited some of the islands others have made. There are islands that offer the entire inventory of items and blocks in the game. You can take photos of items with your camera and then use the 3D printer at the Pokemon Center to replicate any item you find. You can do this generally in your islands if you haven't found a new recipe for an item yet and you want to duplicate one. Or you can go to the Dream Island that has all the items and you can speed the game up a bit. I wanted to mention the photo mode. It's your standard robust photo tool, but it also has the inclusion of the tripod. And I really like this. You could use this to make some really cool videos or shorts. The story is super dope. I like how they leave hints all over the place and you learn so much, but ultimately, it's still very mysterious. A sequel or DLC will hopefully shed more light. So the whole premise of Pokopia is to find and befriend new Pokemon, interact with them, see how they interact with each other, customize and rebuild as you wish. It can get a little hectic, but it is fun and addicting. A little too addicting. And there's still probably a bunch I missed that you can do in this game. On a last note, they have seasonal, events is how it works. There's new Pokemon to befriend and special items to help decorate your town. I did the Sableye and Jirachi events, those were really dope. But I think I missed one with the Hoppip Pokemon line. There are also some other events that are underwhelming, but still a lot of fun. So recently, I've mostly been logging in to buy the daily recipes that I don't have, and I've slowly been getting the last Pokemon. I'm so close. I checked out the free water update. It's pretty cool, but a bit lackluster. It primarily allows you just to build underwater. I did purchase the DLC pass, and I started playing in the Bubbly Basin. This feels like starting the game all over again, and I missed it so much. The mystery and the search for Pokemon. And oh my god, this new map is huge. It's overwhelming again. Satisfyingly. So obviously, this is not your traditional Pokemon game, but if you love collecting Pokemon, and you want to collect them in a new and different way, this is a must try. For me, it's kind of a Switch 2 seller. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I talk about a bunch of more games on my channel. I do video game pickups, share memories, lots of gameplay. Check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.